Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for dropping by and joining me for what could potentially be the final day of Among Trees. We don't quite know yet because I don't know how much of the story is implemented in the game. So I think we're going to go build that greenhouse and the sewing room, and then we'll see where that takes us. And it looks like that's pretty much everything they've implemented so far. But hey, it is early access, so that's kind of, that's the nature of early access. We'll see maybe in a year or two, maybe there's going to be other things that are coming to the game. But for now, I think this might well be the final day of Among Trees, unless we find something super exciting that we want to stick around for the next day. Yes, picture quality this morning, not exciting, not amazing, I must say. I'm seeing about 60% data loss at my end, which means that technically only 40% of what I'm sending to you is actually arriving at your end, which is, bizarre. But it looks like my internet provider is getting worse and worse every day. I hope you can see something. I mean, I can see something, and it just mainly manifests in not so much pixelation, but every once in a while you'll probably experience buffering and YouTube using that little spinning icon, and you also might experience dropped frames. So that means that the motion isn't as fluid as it usually is, as OBS, or I suppose, as OBS is trying to send things out. And it can't do that. It just kind of drops every other frame or so. That's the thing. But hey, one of those things. Yes, 60% data loss is not good at all. And I'm already streaming at a very low bitrate just to get something out to you guys. So one of those things. Hey, no worries. Let me just go up and load the game and see what we can do. So we have two choices. I think currently we have one piece of, glue. I think glue is what we need. So one glue, I think we can make another one if we pick up a second piece of, like yellow leaves, like ash leaves, something like that. But currently we only have one bottle of glue, and we can use that either to build the greenhouse or to build the sewing room. Let me know what you'd like to do. I'm kind of open. I'd like to build them both. I just don't know where to begin. So help me out here. And Beard Goblin and Star Mom and everyone else who's out there watching, wonderful to see you all. How are you today on this beautiful Sunday? Mine is kind of an overcast Sunday morning. Yours might well be a Sunday afternoon, or might even be the end of Sunday. Who knows? Depends on where you are. Where are you from, Beard Goblin? My mom's from Germany, north of Germany. I don't quite know where you're from. Somewhere in the US, or are you in Europe, or somewhere even different? Everything is possible. We're a truly global audience. Oh yeah, I saved the game yesterday, but I didn't go to sleep, so I think maybe I'll do that now. Yeah, there we go. Start the day with a bit of sleep. Crazy stuff. Oh, refreshing rain. Nice. In the UK. Well, excellent. Excellent. I used to live in London for 13 years. Hence the accent. It kind of slipped up on me. When I moved from Germany over to London, I spoke American. And it's also something that I hadn't quite consciously decided upon, but it just happened that way. And then sometime, the accent just kind of changed to British, interestingly. And now that I'm living in America, I still speak British, which is interesting. So there we go, look, greenhouse, glue, metal plate, fir planks, we have it all. Metal plank we can make. And at the top of the stairs, we have the sewing room. I'm half thinking that the sewing room might be more useful for us, because it probably, I don't really know, but I'm hoping it makes us make more, it lets us make more clothing and perhaps a backpack that we can store more items. So my personal preference, I think, is to do the sewing room. If you're good with that, let's do that. We need 28 fir planks for that. I think they're just handy in my special fir planks box underneath the window here. There we go, lots of that. These things, yes, they make glue, don't they? We need to put them away somewhere, just so that we have enough stuff here. Let's put those in here. Maybe put all of these in here until we find a better way to put them here. The dogbane stems, fir planks, gotcha. So fir planks 28. So that's 10, 20, make it 30. That's cool. And some dogbane stems, which we have. Don't we have them somewhere? These ones. That's dogbane stems, aren't they? Yes, dogbane stems. I don't actually know them in reality. Like many of things in life, I don't really know from reality. Only know them from computer games. Very good. So let's go do this thing. The sewing room. It has been crafted. How exciting. Sew your own clothes and backpacks. See, I knew it. Backpacks. Very important. Now our house has been augmented. Oh, we have a tailor's dummy. That is so cute. Well, I mean, the beginnings of a tailor's dummy. That is really well done. That is so cute. That was what somebody would do who's living in the woods. Your own tailor's dummy manufactured of 2 lumps of a tree. That's very cute. I wonder if we now look on the outside of our house, has it been augmented again? What we got here? A little bit of string, some leaves, something that looks like sewing needles, perhaps. And other interesting bits and bobs. What can we craft, however? Sew items. A grosbeak wanderer outfit. Gives me more stamina, more speed. Oh, that could be exciting. A bit of no camouflage. Bit of cold resistance. Description goes here, I see, yes. Not quite implemented. Then we have the feather larch outfit. All right. 8 beeswax. Oh my god, how are we going to get that? Waltz bleak skin. We have 1 of that. Means we have to do a lot more fishing there. Good morning, Evantek. I did catch a few fish. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, I caught 3 or 4, and I do have, I think, 2 waltz bleak skins. So if we ever wanted to make that feather larch outfit here, we'd need 1 more. Cattail, I don't think we've found that yet. 8 beeswax, we're far away off that. Stump moss, I think we have plenty of. So quite a ways to go for the feather larch outfit, but the grosbeak wanderer outfit, that could be done. I think I do have beeswax. I need 1 more waltz bleak skin. And sewing thread, I think that's something I can make with my fish bone, which I've also caught yesterday. So that is something we could talk about. But more importantly, backpacks. The willow backpack. Ah, yes. 14 slots. Description goes here. Awesome. 3 old rags, but I think we have that. Sewing thread we can make. Dogbane stems will come across. And then there's the Tistel backpack. Sticks, chicory, sewing thread, and hoof fungus. Well, that is also fairly easy to come by. Certainly something that's within our grasp. And how are you today, Vantech? Good to see you again. Well, that's interesting. Interesting in itself, both of these things. I think maybe I don't remember what I need for the sewing thread. I think it had something to do with fishbone. Let's see if we can find it. I think the hoof fungus we've got some downstairs, or we will find that as well. And this is that tree moss here. That is stump moss. That's the one. So we have those things. Oops, starving as well. My goodness. See if we can cook something nice with maybe one of these, a few of these, and some of that. Well, actually, let's have that. Just eat that. Perfect. We don't have sticks right now, but we could always start cooking things while we're here. Maybe one of these, one of those, one of those. There we go. A couple of button mushrooms. Awesome. Start a cooking. Ah, need more sticks for that. No worries. Today is one of those days where my person doesn't really want to walk that well. Maybe he's hungry. I don't know. Maybe he's hungry. He or she, could be a she. Let's see how we make sewing thread, because that seems to be important to open up the backpacks there. I'd like to have a larger backpack. Sewing thread. Where was that? Sure, I saw that somewhere. No, I haven't. Wasn't there so? Oh, there's sewing thread. Afternoon coffee, excellent. Yes, I'll join you with a cup of coffee. There we go. So one fishbone and a jute rope. So we could just go ahead and make that, I guess, because I do know that we have 2 fishbones somewhere up in the attic from what we caught yesterday. We have enough jute rope, so let's go do that. 2 sewing threads. See what else happens. Jute rope and thingamajig. There isn't down here, is it? No. There are some threads here, so I might just go and fire up that tinder here. Yeah. There. Lots of sticks. Oh yes, and this is the other thing we could make with more glue and a metal plate. So for that we need something else outside. Well, we'll go do that once we've made the couple of sewing threads here. Do you know what's for dinner already, Vantech? I've only just got up, so I haven't even had breakfast yet. So funny how the world works, isn't it? Driftwood, jute rope. Indeed, we could grab that. I think these we don't need anymore. Ingredients I could just put back downstairs. But yeah, more backpack slots. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's a major priority here. More sticks here as well. That's not what we need. Fishbone. There we go. 2 fishbones. Haha. Awesome. And this is the waltz bleak skin. So if we wanted to make that outfit at one point, could totally go ahead and do that. And this is what? This is nothing just yet. Good. Let's leave it that way. That could be stuff for sewing, I'm thinking. Ah, crafting room over here. Well, craft one of them. That'll be 1 sewing thread. Haha! And it's green. Look at that. Inventory full. Well, that's not what we wanted to hear. This is why we need that backpack extension. And we can pop the ingredients back here. I don't think we need those there. Perfect. And the sticks, well, they might just go end up in my tinder here. Look at that. Tinder can take some more sticks. Perfect. And that's done. Ah, wonderful. I'm looking forward to that already. Don't know why I'm still so tired. Looks like I'm 50% tired still. Crazy stuff. There, sewing thread, and let's make some more sewing thread while we're at it. Ingredients we've looked at yesterday. Ah, there we go. Green sewing thread. Great. I might just put that back upstairs so that I know where this is. Like here, sewing thread goes here. No, I think that we'll keep that. That goes here. Jute rope, I think we'll put that back in the other thing here, so that we know where it is. Jute rope, and the planks go underneath the window. There. Do you know, yes, Team Fortress had graphics like that. Ooh, am I gone? My return has just stopped. Has my live feed stopped? That'd be terrible. No, I think I'm back. Good stuff. Yes, Team Fortress had kind of stylized graphics like that as well. I do like the graphics of this game myself. This is kind of what attracted me to the game, to try it out. And I know it's kind of early days for it yet, but I really liked it. Dogbane stems, 6 of them. Okay, cool. Let's have a look if we have any more of that. Dogbane stems. No. Let's go outside then and have a quick wander around and see if we can find Dogbane stems. I'll go save my game here quickly. Yes, graphics, absolutely marvelous. And the mood it sets. So it is a really nice game to just wander about and just enjoy what is there. I do like that. So the game has been in development, from what I know, the game's been in development for about 4 years already, 3 or 4 years. There was a closed beta before this, and I didn't actually know about this game beforehand, or the closed beta. And when they felt it is something we could release as early access, then they went ahead and did that. So that's a very sensible thing to do, I find as well, that rather than saying, hey, I have something of a prototype here, let's go and make it early access immediately. They said, hey, we want to get some user feedback before we actually release this. Ash leaves, we don't really need those. We're looking really for Dogbane stems. Actually, no, we do need those. We do need the yellow ash leaves because we need to make more glue. I believe second piece of glue is required so that we can grow our own vegetables. Yeah, so what just happened to me is that my return feed just dropped out. I just completely disappeared from my monitor. Should this happen to you at any point in the game, don't be afraid to hit refresh on this link and see if you can bring me back. So if that happens, it just means YouTube didn't get enough data, and it is absolutely awful, my data throughput right now. So it could well be that, you know, you might lose the signal at one point. I hope you don't, but if you do, then hit refresh and see if it comes back that way. That's a stick, regular stick. Hello, bunny rabbit. Very nice. And they come in pairs too. Very good. This is actually my third early access title. Third or fourth, I can't quite remember. Oh, you had to do that as well, Beard Goblin? Ugh. Usually I can stream at about 10 kilobits a second. I have 20-25 upload speed. That would work. And recently, literally for the last 3 to 4 weeks or so, I can barely get 2 to 3 to YouTube, even though speed test tells me no, everything's hunky-dory. So it's, you know, I'm always to be taken with a pinch of salt, all that stuff. And I've had this before, about last year, and there was a really weird thing that allowed me to stream to Twitch just fine, but not to YouTube anymore. That is also totally bizarre. No idea what that was about, but it hinted at the fact that my internet service provider had a bit of a wider issue, not so much with their immediate infrastructure, but something larger that may have even been affected on the eastern seaboard here. So Twitch streaming was working fine, but YouTube streaming was not working, bizarrely. Gremlins is the word I'm looking for as well, yes. And those things are super difficult to diagnose as well for any technician. Hey, I've got this thing, and I know you with your piece of test equipment can tell me everything is fine, but really, that is what I already knew. The moment I upload a gigabyte video to YouTube, it takes me an hour. Explain that. Really? That's weird. Yes, it is. Go sort it out. You're the technician, man. Yeah, so last year I think they sent about 3 technicians. One of them was Pedro. So if ever you hear Brian crack jokes about Pedro in chat, it is because of that. And their customer service department has even owned up to the fact that, hey, I'm sorry that we're going to have to send these technicians out to you, even if we already know they're not going to be able to fix your problem. We're going to have to exhaust that avenue. And only if they say, yep, something I can't fix, then we're allowed to escalate this to the next level, which is then, I suppose, them getting in touch with their service provider. Weird, isn't it? Service providers have service providers. What is the world coming to? I just got this eye icon here, which means I should be really careful. I don't know if it's a bear that's looking at me funny, or if it's just a beehive. If it's a beehive, I'm happy to whack it. We need more beeswax. But I don't know. It's getting dark and creepy. Let's hike it out of here. Get back home if we can. Hello, Mr. Deer. Or Mrs. Deer, rather. Who knows? Procedures, absolutely, yes. I hate them as well. Do you know, it was the same with my cancer treatment, which was bizarre. They had, in order to give me experimental treatment, they had to give me regular treatment that they knew wasn't going to work, only so that the results could be, hey, this doesn't work, and then they could give me different treatment. That was political as well, and it was also it was some political thing with the health insurance. That's the kind of thing. Yeah, procedures, bizarre stuff. Ah, black mulberries. No, we don't need them. Don't need black mulberries. We need dogbane stems, I believe. Do we? I don't know. I think that's what we needed. You used to work for an internet tech support line. That's exciting. That is very interesting. I think we had another regular viewer, Dreamlab. He used to work, I don't think actually he worked for an internet service provider. He worked for a hosting company. That was also interesting, he says. Yeah, I remember when I was in the UK, I was with TalkTalk, and I liked their tech support. I really liked their tech support. They were cool. They were... This, I think, is our sewing room. I don't think I've seen that before. Look at that. This is the extension we've built. So the house actually does change shape as you build other things. I'll take a quick picture here. Very cool. Yes, I like the way they could remote diagnose stuff on my computer. That was just, I found that very, very interesting. It was kind of my first brush with ADSL, I think. Actually, no, I'm lying. I had something else called Home Choice before that. That was good too. The first high-speed broadband provider in the UK that I think I paid £40, and that lost them £40 per customer. I think they had to pay £80 to put the £40 customers line into the home of people. Those were the days. Let's go to sleep. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Absolutely. I did get the treatment I needed, which was immunotherapy. My case was incredible. It was colon cancer that had invaded the bladder. So that was seriously crazy. And regular chemotherapy didn't work because I have a genetic mutation. So I was fairly young when I got cancer, 43, I believe. And that's very young for a cancer patient, and that made them wonder, is this genetic? Which it was. And it turns out that with that type of cancer, regular chemotherapy for colon cancer, the kind of one special medication, oxaliplatin they call it, that usually cures, I don't know, about 80% of colon cancer patients, but not me. And they knew this from the genetic test. So they gave me that drug anyway, and then that first hospital that I went to, they decided, hey, we don't actually know how to help you. And as a result, I had to find another hospital. So it's a really, really tricky case. I have actually written a book about it because it was such an unbelievably crazy case. You can find that on my website. Broken Bowels is called. You get a free copy if you sign up as a Patreon supporter, by the way. You get a free PDF copy of that book. Yes, crazy case. Crazy, crazy case. But like you, I am very, very glad that I've received the treatment that I needed. And I'm here with you guys today. And that is just something that makes me super, super happy. It's also made me reevaluate my life and think what is important, what is clearly not important. Put some more sticks in the tinder, that's important. In this game, at least. Indeed, right? ADSL, I haven't heard this in a while either. I think in this apartment that I'm living in now, I have two choices of providers. Even though there are more in this area, this house is wired up with coaxial kind of fiber cable with a company called Atlantic Broadband. Yellow ash leaves, 4 of them I need. Large resin mineral. Okay, cool. Let me just go note these items down. I'm gonna go and make some more glue so we can build the greenhouse here. That's the plan now. 2 more of these. See if I can have more upstairs. I don't think I have. Yes, 2 providers. One is Atlantic Broadband, which bring me that fiber connectivity. The ones that currently clearly have an issue. Ah, there we go. Good stuff. And then I have another one, which is AT&T. And they used to be able to just give me ADSL. And their service was super terrible. I've had them before Atlantic Broadband. And their upload speed was about, I think, 1.5 meg through ADSL, which is... ADSL can do better than that. It's just that they couldn't provide that, so... What a shame. So then I went with these guys, Atlantic Broadband. Inventory full again. Crazy stuff. Ooh. Do you hear that? It's rain. Now it's raining in the game as well. Raining in the UK and in the game. Rain. Very nice. And we can hear it inside. This is really well done. If you notice, you open the door and then you hear the outside rain. And it gets even louder as you get outside. This is really well done. And then the moment you open the door, you go inside, you hear less rain. The moment the door closes, it's subdued rain. That is well done. That is well done. Look at that. It's raining where you are and it's raining in my game. Linked. That is very cool. We have the glue. What else do we need? What else do we need? We need these things. A metal plate and fir planks. And the glue we couldn't pick up because I have too much stuff here with me. Such as these things. That can go upstairs. This we can eat a bit later. While we're going upstairs, what do we need for that metal plate? Pray tell. Bolts and a steel pipe. Didn't we need 3 metal plates? So that's 3 bolts, 6 steel pipes. Let's go note that down. See if we have all these things. I think it was 3 metal plates we needed. Well, sticks and all these things, they need to go, don't we? Because they are just... Put that in here and that in here. And that... Ash leaves, they can go in here. And now we need all the metal pipes we can get our grubby little hands on. Well, that's 3 of them. And 6, what was it again? 6 bolts. Oh, you see, no, we don't have enough steel pipes. We need yet another steel pipe. Don't have enough steel pipes. Can you believe it? We need one more steel pipe. Bolts, on the other hand, we have a lot of. That's cool. Steel pipes. We don't have any more, do we? Steel pipe hunting. Well, that gives us something else to hunt for. Here we go. Metal plate. 2 steel pipes. That's just criminal, isn't it? We can't make a steel pipe, can we? No. I don't think so. Metal plates. 3 of them we need. 1 of them. Haha, good point indeed. Yes, that's. I thought they might come in handy, only because I've seen they come in handy for raw materials as well. And now we need 1 more. I don't actually know where to get them. It's one of those things that we need to just wander around aimlessly, and hopefully we're going to come across one. Yeah, can't make a 3rd one. What a shame. So that means the greenhouse is just down here. We can. I think it was 3 metal plates, wasn't it? 3! Oh, what a shame. Yeah, 1 more metal plate, and fir planks we have plenty of. But so that is what we need. We need 1 more steel pipe, and then we need 1 more of these, what's it called here? The yellow ash leaves, dockbane leaves, what was it again? Oh, I'm gone again! My return has disappeared. Crazy! But now I'm back, it looks like. It's never been as bad as it is today, the connectivity. I'll put those things in here, like the metal plate. And perhaps the bolts as well. And all that, maybe that can go in here together with this. Yeah, there we go. Time to go outside again. Steel plate and then the dockbane. Oh no, we don't forget the dockbane leaves. We need chicory and hoof fungus. Actually, we can probably make that. So if we didn't want to go with a willow backpack for 14 slots, we could just forget about the dockbane stems and the rags. We might as well keep them and instead make the tistle backpack. Sticks we can come across. Chicory I believe we have. Sewing thread we need to just catch 1 more fish, and hoof fungus is easy to come by. Maybe we should do that. I think maybe that's a good idea. That gets us 2 more slots and we get to keep the rags. I'm not a big fan of dropping the rags on a backpack. Let's do that. Because outfits, yeah, we'll work on outfits. Outfits are, this is top priority. Let's work on the Tistle backpack. Note that item. Let's do that. Which means we need to do more fishing, which is awesome. I like a bit of fishing early in the morning. That's cool. Now that we know how it works, that's cool. Let's do that. So hoof fungus. There's so 1 more fish bone, chicory, and sticks. Tailor's dummy, I love it. My mom's into sewing. Mom, you'll appreciate this. You'll appreciate this little sewing alcove here. It's also by the window. That's nice. Very cool. And was there anything we can drop here? No, we're going to take this. Oh yeah, the sticks, I suppose. The sticks, they can go with the planks. This here, I think I might go and fritter that away into here. There, perfect. Alright, let's go a-fishing. And while we're fishing, let's have a look for the dockbane stems, just in case we come across them. I know the way. Isn't that amazing? I know the way. So chicory, I think we have chicory at home. I don't remember how much though. Should have really had a look. But it seems to grow fairly ample in the woods here. Hello, bunny rabbit. I'm after your friends the fish. Chasing the rabbit, that is so cute. Nice animations. Ah, Unreal Engine. That is my plan for today. I'm going to learn more Unreal Engine. I've learned quite a bit already. I don't necessarily want to use Unreal Engine to make games. I'm more interested in using it for animations. Ah, there we go. Chilled out morning by the lake. Any fishing spots here? Fish. Fish! I said no shouting. We gotta be quiet. Ah. See if I can remember how to do this. So reel it in. Ah, the fish got away. What a shame. Too little line tension, as they say. Dang. Let's try this again. So reel it in and then just gently pull the other way of where the fish is. Ha ha ha! Fish bone! Look at that pine bleak! Oh my god, and he wiggles! Fish stew for dinner. I like it already. Yeah, I think technically that's really all we needed here. Funny enough. We have that third fish bone that we came for. But I mean, you know, while we're here, and while the day has a few hours left in him... Whoa. Let's just do more fishing. Just getting in the mood here. Come on. Here comes a big one. Maybe. Oops. Ah, the line broke. Too much tension. It's still not that easy to control. I have a feeling it might be easier to do this with a game controller. The game doesn't have game controller support yet, but I've been able to manage. I've been able to map my own keys, most of the keys, with Xpadder. It's kind of my go-to app that lets you map anything to game controller buttons. Also might not make it easier for me that I'm currently playing the game on a trackball, because this is technically my linen cupboard that I'm coming to you from. Rain perch, don't think we've had him before. A rain perch, look at him wiggle. So beautiful art design in this game. I really like the animations. I like the whole cohesive palette. I think that's what you call it. The palette that the game has. Everything seems to complement each other color-wise. Hi-ya! Another pine bleak. Look at that. Aren't we lucky? We're gonna make so much sewing thread. We'll be able to sew ourselves an outfit in no time. And I think once they implement all the other content that they are planning, it'll be so nice. It'll be a really nice game. It just goes to show I think the big factor in making these games a success or not is literally time. I think that is what it all comes down to. If I think about Stardew Valley, and the fact that it's all done by one guy, it is just time that it takes. I mean, he was working on this game for what, 6 to 8 years before he released it. Hiya! Walt's bleak skin. And it shows, you know, and he continues to work on it. So it's literally a project of good of a decade. And yeah, you can make up so much with additional personnel, but even with more people on the game, it's just the time it takes to go and make sure every case is accounted for in regards to what happens if player does this, which we didn't think he was going to do, to making sure every texture is placed correctly. And oh my goodness, it is just so much time that it takes, but it pays off if you just stick at it. How fascinating. There's me thinking literally 2 days ago that fishing really sucks in this game, and now look at me, unbelievable. I'm reeling them in one after the other. Wow, that is just so cool. Can you imagine the standalone breakout fishing competition? Ah, the fish got away. What a shame. I do enjoy that about games like of this type of game, that sometimes you can just disregard the actual game that you're playing, like the goals that the game gives you. I had this in Firewatch. I thought, all I want to do is just run around the canyon and just look at the landscape. And disregard the fact that I have to go here, pick up that item or whatnot. You just go, I'm just hanging around here by the lake. Neither am I, you know, this is the thing. Yeah, we're not getting any younger. I mean, I suppose what all of us really have going for us now, living in this day and age, is that we now have access to engines like Unreal and Unity and Godot and, you know, all these other things, Game Maker Studio, all these tools at our disposal, as well as tools to create games, not just with the engine, but also with things like the 3D tools like Blender and DAZ Studio and all these exciting things that we have at our disposal. And when I head home, is that they're all within our grasp. I mean, we can make a game, you know, and no matter if it's a commercial success or if it's going to sustain us in the future, it's just a wonderful pastime to do that, because it's just so exciting to dig into how do they do it and what challenges do they have to overcome to give us an experience like this. Long Dark, oh, that's on my list of things to explore. It's on my wish list, but I haven't got it yet. Yes, we are lucky that we have these tools more or less for free or for very little money that allow us to do this. For a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, we didn't have these tools. Unreal was not something we could dabble in, or Unity. Have a meal. I could just put some of the fish fillet on the hob here, I think. Yeah, let's make some... What does that do? Yeah, that's good. Fish stew all the way. Oh, it doesn't do anything for our health. Oh, that's interesting. Let's take that away. Put that in instead. See, this is kind of better for us. If we mix one fish maybe with another. No, see, fish gives us a lot of fullness, but not so much... and oh yeah, and it brings up our body temperature, but it doesn't give us much health. So in case we ever need health, we should add other ingredients to the pot to make it happen, such as maybe a mushroom or some honey. That's also a nice addition to the dish. Let's put a mushroom here, a couple of mushrooms maybe, and a bit of fish. There we go, that's nice. Gives us at least 50% health. What engine do you lean towards if you're thinking of making a game? Sleepy? Yeah, let's go to sleep. I was looking into both Unity and Unreal sometime last year, I believe. There's an article on my website. Unreal, yes, excellent. There's an article on my website in which I'm describing my first 24 hours with either engine. And I found that at that point I was really undecided. There was a lot of support for Unity, and I suppose Unity have had kind of a more accessible license before Unreal changed their terms. And I suppose that's why the games that have been in development on Unity for the last few years, they wouldn't change engines halfway through. They would just, you know, finish the project, then release it. And then all of a sudden, with all these Unity games coming out, and everyone's like, oh, Unity is amazing, awesome. And Unreal was kind of almost the underdog at that point. And I was thinking, well, maybe Unity has something going for it. And I really didn't like literally anything about Unity. I'm sure it's all possible, but the whole onboarding experience, you know, as a newcomer, you open the interface, you look at it all and you think, I'm sorry, this isn't speaking to me. This is a grey interface with a lot of boxes and buttons, and it's not very inviting at all. That was my takeaway. Whereas Unreal goes, hey, this is how it works, this is how you install it. Start with a demo project and you go, oh, everything works, this is awesome. So it's literally, it had that going for it to reel me in as a customer to say, this is just this is easier to get started for me, at least. That was so that was my take on that. Fish, that goes in the bottom here. Fish, this I suppose, shall we put that in here? I think we need to make one more sewing thing, don't we? I've already forgotten, actually. What do we need here? Sewing thread, yeah, third sewing thread, so we need to make that. Chicory, I think that's downstairs. Hoof fungus, I think I may have turned that into food. So we need to find more hoof fungus. Good stuff. And a third thread of sewing. That's cool. This here should have, no it doesn't. Dang, brother, that's cold. Craft items. More sewing thread. Oh, the jute rope. Dang, I totally forgot the jute rope. Hang on a minute. Don't I have... Why did you tell me I didn't have enough fish bones? Don't I have enough fish bones in my thing here? Oh, I left them... Where did I leave the fish bones? Are they upstairs? Short-term memory, that. Put the fish down here and the cooking ingredients as well. And that can go upstairs. Oh, there we go. Hoof fungus. That's we've got that. We need that. How interesting! You had a similar experience. Oh no, please don't feel sorry about that. Anyone who wants to chat, please jump in the chat. It quite often happens. Don't feel bad for that. Sometimes it just happens that we talk about one specific subject and we just go carried away with that. I find it very interesting that you had a similar experience to me there, and that you also had a look at both of these items, Unreal and Unity. Because there is Godot, of course, and I appreciate their efforts. It'll be nice at one point, but it's currently not something that I think I wanna seriously look into. It was a bit like that with Blender. I found when I first looked into Blender, like version, I don't know, 2.4 or whatever, like many years ago, 2006 or whatnot, I found that I thought, hey, I really like the vibe they've got going for them. I really like the whole open source idea. But at that time, it was not really what it is today. I mean, they have really, they've done so much work on Blender, and today it is what it is, but back then it wasn't. And I feel a little bit like that with Godot, that I'm thinking that might be the contender that'll be here in 5, 6, 10 years time, don't know. But right now I don't think Godot is for me. Come on. Tistle backpack. Hoof fungus. So it's just about the chicory and the sticks that we don't currently have. Sewing thread, didn't I just make one? Where is that sewing thread? Did I not pick it up? Man. That's what happens. Thinking about game engines while neglecting the game. Haven't I? Where is my sewing thread? No, really? Oh, right, I've made 2, but 1 is upstairs. That's how it worked, right? That is how it works. I put the other sewing thread and the other ingredients that I need in here. Yes, that's how I did it. Oh, man. Okay, I'll put that in here, plus the hoof fungus. So this, I might just put that in here as well. That isn't really a sewing ingredient. So hoof fungus we have now. The sewing thread we have. The sticks we can get. And the chicory is what we need. And the chicory, we certainly don't have chicory anywheres up here, hey? No. Not in here. Not in here. So this is 1 stick. I mean, you know, it goes in that direction, but we need a lot more sticks. So let's go grab that. I'll put this in here. Chicory. This isn't chicory, is it? This is yellow ash leaves. No, this is not. Certainly not chicory. And this is driftwood here. That's also not. Okay, fine. 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 Okay, so chicory. That's on a list of things to gather today. let's grab some chicory. And just to remind myself, what do I need here? That's for the metal plate that we need. It's where you need to make yourself a list. Metal plate needs a steel pipe. Gotcha. So steel pipe and some chicory. Please remind me when I'm bound to forget in about 10 seconds from now. There. Save progress. Particle effects, I've just learned how to make them in Blender, by the way. All these little things that are floating around. There's a video on my channel how to make that happen. I use this principle in something called the Sad Robot animation. That was where the DAZ 3D robot kicks the mixer sign before Microsoft pulled the plug, and then the mixer sign kind of falls over, and there's lots of particles floating around there. And I made those in Blender by the same principle. And there's a fairly long video on my channel that explains how to do it. That is a beautiful technique as well, and it's used in video games all the time. Chicory. I mean, I don't really know where we'd find chicory, but we could perhaps explore the backer beyond here. Let's go south. This and that might yield another steel pipe. I don't quite know, but we can go south and then west, and then just head further south and see what happens. That might be an idea. And that is of course behind the house, so south and west. Let's do that. Do I have food with me? No, I don't have food. Ah, best bring a meal. I'm bound to be really hungry very soon. There's so much content. It's, you know, YouTube don't exactly make it easy for me to arrange it, but there's a way to have a look on the playlists. They are there's a lot of playlists as well, so they're not, it's not pretty by all means, but it is a way to find stuff grouped into types of content that you might be looking for. So there's an Unreal Engine playlist. There's all kinds of playlists. DAZ is a big playlist. I should really look into splitting those up, but that's kind of where the hidden treasures are, because there's also gaming content and all that. It's kind of mixed together, really. I might just take some fish with me and not cook it. Yes, Sad Robot animation. That's something that it's also, yes, that was rendered in Eevee, so it's almost like a game engine render. It's just not done in a game engine. But the particle effects are very, they're easy to do in Blender. Easy-ish. I mean, what is easy to do in Blender? There's a lot of work involved with all these things. Aha! Come on, steel pipe. Use lockpick and... So glad we came back, because I remember last time we were here, we just couldn't pick any of this up. And perhaps, there's another steel pipe. Maybe. Maybe not. Do you know, absolutely ZQM, welcome to the stream. It could well be. It's partly what attracted me to it, that it's, steel pipe, awesome. That it is kind of a crafting game and a very chill game as well. So I like playing games in which we have a lot of time to talk about other things, you know, where the game can be kind of in the background, but we can talk about game engines and 3D stuff, and I like games that give us a bit of room, you know, to just hang back and chill. So we've made the sewing room already, and we're about to sew ourselves a backpack, because if you look at it, we only have, what is it, 3 by 4, that's 12 items in our slot here, in our backpack. So we're constantly running out of room of stuff to carry, and that's just no way to live, is it? First thing I got in Stardew Valley was in fact the backpack upgrade, I think, as soon as I had enough money. Even though the second one that opens up the 3 rows of items, that took quite a while to get that. So we're working on getting the backpack that gets us, I think, 16 or so slots, so probably a few more at this side here. So that's the first place to look for. We're mainly looking for chicory as well. That's another thing. I might just go around this way. So south and then west. This is something we've not explored yet. There might be a lot of chicory lurking about. Who knows? South and then west. Compass, help me out here. Where are we going? South and then west. Good stuff. Chicory, steel pipes. Also dotty mushrooms. I mean, you know, man's got to eat and all. It's like a 3D version of Stardew Valley. Almost. I cannot remember what chicory actually looked like. Was this it? I think it was kind of a little bush. And of course you just come across it when you don't really, when you're not really looking for it. I think we need, how many do we need? Lots of them. Chicory, 4 of them. This chicory, no. No chicory for you. Oh, Bear Goblin, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the coffee. That is so nice. Coffee is always appreciated. Yes, I've only just started using Ko-fi as a kind of a second provider to Patreon. And I'm posting the same content on Ko-fi and on Patreon. So all the protected content and ad-free videos, they're all going to go on Ko-fi. It's going to be very nice. I'm currently working on a way to bring ad-free YouTube videos to my website. So on my website, as a supporter, no matter where and how you support me, you get an option to register yourself for ad-free browsing on my website. I really don't like advertising, don't get me wrong, but it makes a substantial amount of income for me that includes both YouTube and my websites. So as soon as you're logged in on my website, you can browse all the posts for free without, well, not for free, but for free. They're free anyway, but you don't have to endure the terrible adverts anymore. And it's slightly complex. You have to register for each website itself, but there's a link that you get as a supporter that'll show you how to do it. And it's just fairly easy. All you have to do is just put your email address in there, and I can then go and approve you as an ad-free browser. And currently that is in place for content, for regular text-based content. But I'm working on something that makes my YouTube videos available ad-free to you on my websites as well. Especially the longer courses, like the things like the DAZ Studio 101 and the Streaming 101, like all the full course videos. So I will, as soon as that's ready, I will let you know. It shouldn't be long. But yes, every supporter then gets ad-free access to both videos and articles on my website without adverts. It's the least I can do for you guys. Hoof fungus we have, don't we? We don't need to worry about that. We are here. We want to go kind of there. So it's west, isn't it? Go west. We had this discussion yesterday. Go west. A band from the 80s. Man, absolutely. We need that backpack. I don't know why we need chicory for that though. Yes, need to find chicory and then sew that into a backpack. Hoof fungus, well, we have hoof fungus stored away safely at home. Button mushrooms, delicious and nutritious raw, but even better so when cooked into a nice stew with a piece of fish and all that. Stick, no room in the inventory. Dang. Oh, time to go north if we ever wanted to reach that spot here. Let's do that now. Do I have my tent? I don't have my tent, otherwise I could just sleep out in the open here. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy, aren't I? How far away am I? Yeah, we should be able to go north and then go back home. We should be able to do that. North. Where's north? Kind of this way-ish. Come on, chicory. Chicory? No. Ruby beet. Oh, dotty mushroom, also good. They have a chance of being poisonous. If you eat them raw, you get a 25% chance of getting poisoned. That's not good. I've seen one of the outfits that we can make in the sewing room will increase our running speed. That sounds interesting. Oh, so we're nearly there. Just head kind of east now. Is that what we're doing, east? I'm geographically challenged, so this is east, right? East. Oh yeah, that's the tower. Good stuff. That little tower here, straight ahead, that thing. That's usually where goodies are hiding, and here they are. No chicory, mind you. Bolts! Inventory full. Such valuable stuff. Hey, so I think what I could do, I could just eat all the mushrooms here. All the fish. I could just, let me just go eat all the fish. That's good. Eat fish. Perfect. And then I can eat the mushrooms. Use lockpick. Ruby beet seeds and the jute rope. Yeah, we're gonna go leave that behind. We don't have a greenhouse yet. Jute rope, yes, we can pick that up. Steel wire, can pick that up as well. Can never have enough of those. And that's it. Kind of. Oh, my body temperature. Did you see that? My body temperature is going down significantly. That means we're going to have to hike it home. While I still can. Oh, will we make it home? People have died out in the wilderness here, you know. If you don't make it home in time, you'll freeze to death. Especially with the wrong outfit. Or with the, which I'm wearing. I'm kind of wearing the wrong outfit. Which is essentially no outfit. Sleepy means I'll run out of steam to run. No, I'm not actually. That's good. I can still run. That's really good. There comes a point where my stamina is going to run out. Like about now. And when I'm too sleepy, I will just collapse in the forest, and that is never good. Come on. Ah, go to bed now. Ah, if we had a tent with us, then I can sleep out in the open. And that also protects me from harsh temperatures. There we go. I'm going to pour myself another hot cup of coffee. Which is something I regret we don't have in this game. Coffee. We had it in Stardew Valley. Why can't we have it here? So here. Hoof fungus, sowing thread, chicory. That's still the one that we're looking for. I'll put some of these things up in the attic. I might actually, when we go out again, I might actually leave my pickaxe at home because I don't think we need it right now. There we go. That could go in here. The steel rope goes here. That could live downstairs. And the bolts, I think they have their own special place over here. Yeah, there we go. Bolts, steel pipe. Ah, fantastic. Actually, we could use that steel pipe to make a third metal plate because I think that's what we need next. What else did we need for that? Man, I don't remember. Probably something that's up here. Metal plate. Come on. Bolts, yes. Fantastic. Bolt. Hike it back upstairs. With a larger backpack, you know, this would not be an issue. Bolts. I suppose we only need one. There. Good stuff. Make ourselves another metal plate. Another step in the right direction. Crafting metal plate and success! That's what it looks like. What a beauty. And that is, of course, for the greenhouse, I think, right? Just reminding myself, yeah. 3 metal plates, 2 are upstairs. Glue... Do we have glue? No, glue, we needed something for the glue. Mr. Short-term memory here again. What did we need for the glue? Because it might be possible that we can make that. Large resin, yellow ash leaves, and the lime minerals. Don't we have that? We might actually have that. Let me note that down, just for now. Yellow ash leaves. Could it be, I wonder? Yellow ash leaves, so we have 1. Okay, so we need a few more of that. Are you sure we don't have any more elsewhere? Dude. Certainly not in here, no. Or in here? No. We've got all these things. Yellow... what's it? Yes, we need that. Hoof fungus is in here. That's kind of what we need for this, plus the chicory. Okay. Gotcha. Yellow ash leaves. Alright then. So tell you what, we have a lot of ingredients for cooking, but we don't have sticks anymore to power our tinder. So I'm just going to go out quickly and save, of course. Thank you, Jeremy, for drilling it into my head. Saving is important. I'll just go and pick up some sticks here just by felling some trees outside. That's what you do when you live in the middle of the woods, you know? You just grab your axe and fell random trees to sustain yourself. It would be a cool addition if the hut would have a fireplace that would constantly need planks or sticks or something just to keep the temperature up inside the hut. That might be just figuring that would be kind of cool. Something that is low priority, but you have to do every once in a while. Maybe not so much to survive in the hut, but to add something of coziness and light to the hut. That would be nice. Craft yourself a fireplace. Might also be nice then to get rid of items that way. If there's something that you've collected that you can't otherwise get rid of. I don't think this game has these mechanics that you have these items like in Raft. I find quite well, not frequently, but I do find items that have no purpose in the game, and there's currently no destroy mechanism. Subnautica had this thing that you could build yourself a trash can, and then anything you put in there is permanently removed from the game. If you ever needed that, if you have stuff that just clutters up your inventory and you think, I really don't need that anymore, what am I going to do? You could drop it just in the game world. You could just drop it and it just clutters up to it just clutters up the world, but it never gets destroyed or removed from the world. A fireplace would be ideal for that in this world. Oh, we do have glue in the last resin box there. Oh, okay. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. I totally missed that. I could have sworn we made another glue and then there was something else that we didn't have. So thanks for letting me know. Sometimes I just... my eyes are covered, you know. I'll go cook myself a nice fish breakfast or whatnot. And then we'll have a look at that. Ah. That is nice. There. That'll keep us cozy. In the last box. Thank you for the heads up, Dead Goblin. So this one here, right? Is there glue in there? There's glue in there! My goodness, thank you so much. This is just something I completely forgot about. So haha, we can make ourselves that beautiful... no, hang on. That is not what I meant. Sticks. So we can let's put the sticks in here for now. This we're gonna have to eat in a moment. It's one of those classic moments of, hey, we've got too much inventory. So, is that all we need? No, we need lots and lots of planks. We need about 24 planks. Let's go put those things in here, just temporarily, that we have enough of those. That's 20, 30, 31. That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. Got to make sure I don't get too confused with my inventory here. Oh, how exciting! This makes the greenhouse! Ooh. Features unlocked: gardening, plant seeds and get a steady source of vegetables. Oh, we don't have to pick them up anymore. That'll sort out our inventory. Woohoo! Ha! Together we're strong. Thank you, Beard Goblin. Excellent. Let's have a look at the new garden. There's me thinking, you know, it's just a greenhouse. It is actually a proper garden. This looks so cute. It is very much like Stardew Valley, isn't it? Just the greenhouse is much smaller. No seeds in backpack. I know. Let's make some happen. I think we have some frittered away. That's going to be great. Let's plant stuff in the greenhouse, and we have tons and tons of spaces here. Ah, I'm loving it. What else? What we got over here? This is going to be for gardening tools. We got windows at the top. Ah, that's beautiful. Mysterious box. Imagine we find hidden treasures there, like ancient seeds. I'll take a picture of this as well. That is just beautiful. The greenhouse. Ah, so nice. And that goes off the kitchen. Gotcha. Yeah, kitchen with greenhouse. Volumetric lighting. I've only just learned how to make that happen in Blender, but I don't know how to make that happen in Unreal yet. It must be easy-ish. There's some, if you are into buying content from marketplaces, look into the Cinti scenes. There was something, it's such a shame that it was only on for about a week. It was one of those humble bundles. Very, very cool. You got, for $25, you got a ton of Cinti assets, and they come with demo built scenes. So the Cinti there, they make like low poly assets for Unreal and Unity. And you can, I think seeds are at the top here somewhere, and they always come with demo levels that aren't meant to be a final scene, but they're kind of an example of what you could put together with the assets that they give you, which is very nice. And sometimes they add things like effects, like particle effects and volumetric lighting, and just good looking lighting all around. And that is just a wonderful way to dissect stuff and have a look at how did they do it. There we go, 50% off. That's good. That's a really nice. That's a lovely way to get some really good assets. I have the town asset, and I believe the bank asset. There are so many. There's so many. Prototyping asset is awesome. To plant seeds, turnip seeds. All right, let's do it. Ooh, very nice. And it comes up with a little clock icon. Ivory turnip. I can't wait. This is going to be... That is so cool. Little animation. That is done with a timeline on the blueprint. If ever you wanted to make that happen, animate something over a period of time, like this would be, I would imagine this is a kind of a morph that gets dialed in from here to there. It wasn't just the size, it was a proper animation that just goes, that just changes the object over time. You can animate a morph over time with a timeline. There's an article on my website on how to do that, actually. I might do a little video on that later. This is how you can use it for anything, like a button that gets pressed and depressed, and you know, that kind of animates, or anything that just animates stuff. That's always a little timeline. A timeline is just a little node that changes a value over time. You give it a value, you say top and bottom value, you give it a time, literally keyframes, and then you just hook that output up into whatever you want to change, and then that happens. Nicely done. And we don't need to water anything. We just come back a little bit later, and that little clock icon tells me how far this has gone. Good stuff. That's why I like coming together over games like this, because we just talk about related subjects, and yeah, it's just that's just nice. And I'm glad I could inspire you. That is very, very good for me to hear. That's awesome to hear. Now, the chicory hunt, of course, is the next thing we're working on. Chicory. What else do we need to keep with us? I don't think we need to keep this with us. Maybe the fishing rod, just in case we do some hunting. Fishing rather. Could do that. Now let's leave the fishing rod here. Let's just purely go out and hunt for chicory. Because that is the last item that we need to make that backpack happen, isn't it? That's one of those things that other survival games have different mechanics there. So in here, I have to literally go to this place to see the ingredients and then note the item. And only at that point will I see them on the right-hand side. The other survival games have a nice mechanic where you go into some kind of menu and you craft anywhere and everywhere. And this game doesn't have that. You have to be at home to craft, and you also have to be at home to see what ingredients you need. So that's something that's a little bit, it's just a little annoying, I suppose. Not major annoying, it's just something that I've noticed. Like in other games, I can always say, well, what did I need to find to craft this? Even if you can't craft it there and then, you can always have a look what ingredients you need. Look at that! Greenhouse! My god, this is a huge house! We have so many extensions. We literally started this with a tiny thing in the middle that only had an alcove at the top. No, we didn't even have the alcove. It was just like a flat roof, or like an angular roof. And then when we built the attic extension, then we got this little thing here. Then this is the sewing room. This is the crafting room. That wasn't there either before. And now this is the greenhouse. Ha! That's just beautiful. I wish there was a way to press a button and make the UI go away. That we just have a view of this. That's just a beautiful animation. Could use that as a holding screen. Very nice. Sometimes you just gotta admire this, you know? Subtle movements, subtle animations. It's so pretty, isn't it? And then there's also the atmospheric music that just keeps playing, and then the kind of sounds of the forest. Very nice. But chicory, where might we find chicory? I have found a lot of chicory. I don't know. I don't remember what I did with it. Did I just cook it? Is it an ingredient that we can cook with? I feel it must have happened that way. But then there's this whole huge unexplored map down here. I think I might just go to bed, grab my tent, and then walk this way. I don't think we've explored a lot of this area here. This is probably kind of bear related. We'll come back to that. But tomorrow morning, when we get up, we go and head east and just keep walking east, explore all that kind of area that I'm thinking. And then get eaten by wolves, indeed. Yes, that's not a good idea. This is how much of a survival horror game is The Long Dark. Because this is one thing that kept me from jumping on it. It felt a little kind of survival horror type game. Is that the case, or is that not actually that bad? Some games like this one included, and Raft, and the Subnautica, they have that. They have this thing called, it's called different things, but there is a mode in which the enemies are not evil, in which you can literally just enjoy this as a Zen type game. I really appreciate that. Like, I've tried Raft once as a as a regular version and then once as a Zen version, and really the Zen version is more for me because it's more something that lets me look at the level, really. That's a mode. I don't think that's always been there. It's only recently come into games that we can have a mode like that, where I'm thinking, hey, I'm not here to be killed, ripped apart. I'm really just here to just have a look, really. And also enjoy the game. Parts of the game. I'm looking for the tent. Looking for my tent. I think was it in here? Have I just missed it? Tent. No, maybe it's downstairs. Yeah, gotta be downstairs. Okay. Still, it looks nice. This is one of those things I'm thinking. Yeah, it goes on my. I've made myself a website, just a database really of stuff. Oh, these are more seeds, aren't they? Ah, let's plant the seeds. I didn't remember we had seeds there. Speaking of which, how are turnips going? Ivory turnip. Nice. More turnips. Watch the animation now that it happens. This has got to be. I'm thinking just in my head whenever I'm looking at these things. I'm always thinking, well, how have they made that? So the turnips themselves, they're blueprints, and they probably have several morphs attached to them. And as soon as I plant it, look at that. They don't just get larger. They do something else. And then the wiggling around, that's also scripted on the blueprint. So cute. Very nice. Also, they have that kind of Zen mode there. That's good to know. And Mr. House, top of the afternoon to you. Very nice to see you again. Mr. House, we've made so much progress in the game. We have managed to... Actually, this was the kitchen here. Wonderful to see you. Good afternoon to Ireland. Say hello to Beard Goblin, who is close to you in the UK. Very nice. This is our greenhouse. Super nice and fresh. Just literally got that fresh new greenhouse smell to it. Oh no, look at that. Discard the dead plant. Why didn't this work? Did we maybe not water the things? Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh my goodness, Mr. House, what a shame. We've just planted this. And there's just no way for us to water things because we can't water things. We don't have a watering can. Oh, wasted all my little seeds that I had. Because look, in the crafting room we have a thing called the watering can. Oh, can we make it? We can make it. Oh my god, maybe we can save this little saplings. Oh, I've just killed the turnips. Make sure it doesn't happen again. 2 bolts, quick. 2 bolts, 2 nails, 2 stump moss. We have it all up in the attic. Emergency life support needed. Stump moss to the rescue. 2 of them. 1, 2. And what's the other thing? We need nails. Nails. 1 nail. Need 2 nails, of course. Do we have more nails? No more nails! We can. I think we can craft them from steel wire or something. Bolts. But bolts we have. Bolts we should have. Bolts, there we go. 2 of them. And I'm gonna grab myself a bit of steel wire. I think this is how we make nails. I hope it wasn't a steel pipe. I think it was just that. Let's just grab all of it that we have. Hang in there, turnips! Don't die on me! Maybe we can resuscitate them. Watering can. Nails. Oh yes, there's nails. 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 Oh, nails! Steel wire. Perfect. Nails. Gotcha. How are we going to get water for the watering can? Never mind. We'll work it out. We'll work it out as we go along. Watering can. This will hold fresh water. Might have to go hike it down to the lake or to the river. Water can. Like, this is called watering can. I have a feeling it's just that just didn't fit there. This can hold water, but currently it just, I guess, doesn't. I don't know. Does it? Oh, Mr. House, you've come at a crucial moment. We haven't even shown you the sewing room. If we go and do that... Oh, it comes with one fresh filling of water. That is good to know. There we go. I see you hover over them and each turnip has a little indicator. That is so cute. Oh my god, that is really cute. This turnip needs water. This needs water. And then, of course, this little turnip needs water. Ooh, these guys. Oh, we have to discard them. I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And I'm starving. I'm going through what the turnips are going through. Used to go through. I'm too starving to even discard the plant. Oh, there we go. Ah. That gives you a little indication of, see this circle, see what happens to the circle? It gives you a little indication of how they may have done that. DAZ Studio has a similar thing, or let's say iRay has a similar thing. It is a projection. So this is how you can add a texture onto an object without changing the texture of the object. So if you want to have a tattoo on a body or on like a sticker on an item of clothing, you can do that with what in iRay is called a decal. That's a projection that gets, you know, just literally like a projector projected onto it as if you're shining a light onto them. And that is happening here. That's very cool. I didn't know Unreal had that concept. And now I know. Before I'm starving, waffling on about iRay things, let's go make ourselves a meal. Maybe with fish and spotty mushrooms and all. If we have enough items in the tinder, do we? Something, you know, fast, that cooks quick. Kind of now-ish. Before I have to get more sticks and stuff. Ay, caramba! I've neglected my cooking, you know. Eat already. Ah, there we go. Hasn't quite filled me up, but I need a bit of... I need more sticks, I think. I'm gonna make fish stew here. That's good. Fish stew we can cook. With anything else? No, that's fine. We'll just go and have that cook before I starve to death, fill myself up. Ah, yes. It's called a quick meal, boys and girls. It's called a quick meal. It's a bit like ramen. Just put hot water in the pot and that's it. Do you guys need water again? I'm just concerned, you know. Good stuff. And also my watering can seems to hold a lot of stuff. Look at that. No need to fill it up just yet. And I'm really glad that once we built it, it already came pre-filled with stuff. That's good. Ah, my feed's gone again. Mr. House, my bandwidth is notoriously terrible today, so if you feel that my stream is just, if YouTube is just going away, you know, it just refresh the feed. It should come back at that point. If you think the game has the stream has ended. Yeah, I've got to look into this thing about how you do projections in Unreal Engine. That's interesting. Interesting. Less so the bandwidth issue. I totally agree. We have a little bit of time left on our day. I might just go put the watering can in here. I don't think I need that anymore. We're gonna grab a bit of stickage here on the outside, and then perhaps tomorrow bright and early, or even today, we might as well do it a night hike. See if we can find some chicory, because I'm in for that bigger backpack there. This backpack issue is annoying me, like it does in every game. You know, step out of the way of this, otherwise it totally kills you. Let's grab, like, I don't know, 10 sticks or something. It also means we've more or less built everything that I can see so far. The hut is now completely built. unless we can require an extension at one point. Do you know, and I've even done literally about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, I did some tests here. So the thing with YouTube is always that there's this thing with YouTube. Streaming is wonderful on YouTube, but everything that you send to YouTube is transcoded. So even on a good day, my signal actually looks better than what it looks like on YouTube. So if I stream to Twitch, there's an option to see exactly what I'm sending out. So the source, it's called the source in the player. If you switch it to source, it always is exactly what I'm sending, and the packets are literally just duplicated. With YouTube, that option doesn't exist. So YouTube only ever show you a transcoded signal. So even with best efforts in YouTube, everything looks a little bit less sharp and a little bit less good than on other streaming platforms. Unless you up-res the signal. So if I wanted the 1080 signal to look really good, I'd have to stream at 2K. And it's not a problem, I can do that. I can just up-res the signal, send it to YouTube, and then... Oh, can't leave the planks here. I can't do that. Can I? Maybe I can collect them in a minute. And so yes, I have to stream at 2K for the 1080 signal to look really good. And I've done some tests there when I had the bandwidth. It works beautifully. 8 to 10 meg. It looks really nice. If I stream that in 2K to YouTube, you can see all the transcoded signals at an awesome rate, and you know, wonderful. As soon as I made that discovery, I thought, hey, this is great. I'm going to stream like that forever now, because that signal just looks so good. And then my bandwidth issues started happening. It is such a shame. Because, you know, the moment I make that discovery, it is just that moment where it stops working. It's such a shame. Especially on a good-looking game like that. I would love to stream this in as high a quality as I can. And then, you know, you get to see a really good looking graphic at home. But no. There. Let's cook that. Jay's special fish stew. While that's cooking, let's see if we can pick up the last planks outside here. If I can remember where they are. I think it was just kind of around the corner here. Planks. Yes, there they are. Good stuff. So they have not been deallocated. I like that. And why would they be? Do you know, one last thing about Unreal Engine that that just springs to my mind. One of my Patreon supporters, Brian Wheatley, he managed to... There's a plugin for Unreal Engine called DAS to Unreal by David Vothanel. Very good plugin. Brings DAS characters and DAS clothing into Unreal Engine at the click of a button, including materials. Very good plugin. It's $40 on the Unreal Marketplace, but with DAS going into this kind of realm of releasing many of these integrated plugins for free on their store as open source software. I really don't know the details, but David must have made a deal with them that soon this is going to come out for free on the DAS store as a thing that you can go and install and stuff. The code is already available as open source, so if you're into hacking and coding, you strike me as a man you might be. You can build this thing for free, and one of my Patreon supporters, Brian Wheatley, he has made a video on that, on how to compile this for free, where to get the source code and how to compile it, and then you too will be able to use it. I don't have a link handy at the moment, but I will put that on my YouTube community tab later today. I know his channel, I know his name, I can dig it out, and I'll put it on the YouTube community tab. If any of you are interested in doing that, go ahead, and if you're adventurous, if you're into building your own code with Visual Studio, you can literally make that happen. It'll soon come out as a free thing, I'm sure, as DAS are working to put these things in place. It's just not quite available yet. Wonderful plugin. Even if you buy it for $40 to support David, who's made that plugin, it is worth the money. It is literally, it's easy to make this. I've made a stream on how to use it. There's some intricacies. I might actually record, it might take today to record that video that I've been meaning to record for about a month on how to use it in a condensed version. It's on my channel. It's kind of an hour process of how to bring characters in, but I can make a more condensed version. That was always my plan, like a 10-minute thing. I might just do that, including a link to Bride's channel, how you build that thing yourself. Bright and early we wake up. We have a tent, we have 2 meals, we have an axe. Let's hunt for chicory. This way. Oh, save. Jeremy, in your absence, saving it. Oh, the greenhouse. Look at how it protrudes. How exciting. I wonder how that is done then. If he just swaps out, if they swap out the geometry depending on what the player has, or if this house is in fact made up of multiple pieces of geometry. If it's one piece and certain pieces are just hidden, or if you swap out the geometry. Interesting. Just thinking how might this have happened under the hood. Where are we going? East. Today we're going east. We're exploring this, hoping for chicory. See what we can find there. East. Help me out here, compass. Where is east? If this is north, then this is west, I think. This might be east. All right. Off we go. Sticks later. Chicory is what we're really after. Good morning, Rabbit. How you doing? Yeah, so you can bring in DAS objects into Unreal Engine the kind of the old-fashioned way. Yellow ash leaves. Yes, okay, fine. But the materials are always the issue, like with everything and anything and everything. Usually you can bring in the geometry without problems, but really it's the materials that cause you so much grief. And to bring in and out things from... Oh, hello. Shall we? It would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Boom! Dude, whack it, man! Ah, man. Why does it not work? It totally didn't want to work. I've whacked it. Come on, hi-ya! Hi-ya, I say. Whack it. Oh, fantastic. And run away. Ugh. Are we okay? Oh my god, they're still hunting me down. The killer bees. I think I've outrun them. 1 honey, 1 beeswax. Thank you, bees. I'm so sorry that I had to do that. Maybe I'll restore my health. Is this something that restores my health? Well, at least a little bit. Ah, there we go. As if nothing ever happened. Phew. Maybe I was too close, yes. Yes, maybe I was too close. Whew. As our journey east continues. I was just thinking, because we need so much wax and stuff for other things. Are we there yet? No, right? No, I thought we weren't. So we have to get out of here. We'll have to go north a little bit and then go over here. No worries. Okay, good stuff. So west, then north. North by northwest, in fact. Ooh. Really? There's danger? Again? I wonder where. I don't see anything dangerous. I might just keep walking. Oh, yeah, no. Hey, bear, listen, this is... I didn't mean to... oh my god, the bear! Ow! Oh yeah, I'm bleeding. This is good. So the bear apparently gets trapped behind trees. So I'm trying to outrun him now. But my major issue is that I'm bleeding, and I will be bleeding to death if I don't hike it home and, I don't know, do something. I think make myself some med kit from old rags. Oh, this is not what we had expected. I forgot about that. We have enough old rags to make this happen. So let's hope I'm not going to be bleeding to death. I have another meal that'll top up my health. Might as well pick up some chanterelle mushrooms while I'm hiking it home. But I will keep losing health unless I put a bandage on. Ah. Yellow ash leaves. Don't mind if I do. I'm dying, man. I'm dying. Oh. It's dangerous out here in the woods. I also think this is the first time I've noticed it when I was whacked by the bear. And he does actually walk away from the thing he's protecting there. I think I can kind of lure him away by getting hit at least once. I think I heard a woman's voice being, you know, like a painful type scream. I think I might actually be a woman in this game. That kind of answers that question. I don't think we knew this yet. Are we a man or a woman in this game? But I think I might be a woman. Out in the middle of the woods. Yeah, old rags, I think in the crafting room. Just about make it to the workbench and craft myself a med kit. Yeah, craft 2. What because even if I go to sleep, this isn't gonna cure me. This bandage will be your best friend if you're hurt, bleeding, or poisoned. Keep it close. Thanks. Whew, restores all my health. Oh my god. Nearly getting killed by that bear. Old rags, I'm sure we don't have to worry about this being kind of a health hazard or anything. Bugs getting into my system, giving me sepsis are probably not a problem. Not at all. So yes, I will keep one close by. Clogging up another infantry slot. Just saying. Beeswax. I think the last one we have actually used for something, haven't we? That could go in here. This is a kind of a cooking ingredient, so I'll put that downstairs. So much for exploring east. That didn't go so well. But hey, at least we survived. I think that's something to celebrate. Yeah, put all that here. Oh, I also these things here. Ash leaves, they can go upstairs as well. I wish there was a little elevator in here that lets us send things up into the attic. I guess not. The hunt for chicory continues. Save the game. Should we bring another meal? I think we had another meal here. Yeah, let's go. Let's bring another meal. Because if we're out in the open, it's gonna be helpful. Oh, it's raining again. It's another song from, I believe, the 70s even. That's cool. Let's explore east as we had planned. There's another thing I've just noticed here. The fact that the rabbits appear to be green. It shows me that much of the atmosphere is probably done with a greenish type light. I don't think it's a white light as such. Even though the fog appears to be white, but the rabbit appears to have a kind of a green glow on his back, so I think that might have been done with a green light. It probably has to do something with the look and feel of this game. Like this is the look and feel of the atmosphere that they wanted. But hey, I'm just making it up as I go along. I don't know. This is just what my thoughts really. Pick up a snack as we go. One of the few things that can be eaten raw here. Chicory? Are you chicory? Chicory! That's what it looks like. Okay. Good stuff. Any expedition I come back from, absolutely. I totally agree. So this is what chicory looks like. Harmless little devil, that. This is what we need more of. Found it in this area here. Okay. Good to know. We're actually at a really good place here. This is the area we wanted to explore. Maybe the chicory will lead the way. Let's see. That is east, indeed. Good stuff. Chicory, come on. Well, there's one, there's thousands. We need about 6 of them, I think. 6, 3, 4, however many it was. Purely a collectional trip here. Ash leaves. Golden chanterelles. I like it. Chicory, come on, where are you? Oh, that might be one. Over here. Are you chicory? Chicory! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! We have found Chicory Valley over here. Are you another one? Are you chicory? Chicory, chicory? No. Ruby beet. That's also nice. It's good in a slow cooker, ruby beet. Also the golden beet. And did you know with beets, this is interesting, Mom, you'll be interested in that, to hear that. My wife is, her mom is from Portugal. So my wife is technically half Portuguese, technically, even though she grew up in the UK. And she says that there's a big difference about what the Portuguese guys used to do back on the farm when she was living on the farm, my wife's mom. She said that we tend to eat the beet, the knoll on the bottom, and we throw away the leaves at the top. And she said, well, in Portugal they used to do the other way. The knoll is kind of pig food that they go out and give to the animals on the farm, whereas the leaves, the leafy bit, that is being eaten by the humans. Kind of interesting, isn't it? I thought that was interesting to hear. So that then kind of solves the puzzle of, are the leaves edible? And well, yes, they are. Not just that, they are kind of almost like a delicacy. They're really nice. In our supermarkets, we can get them as a full kind of unit, leaves and the knoll, and they're great together. So the leaves taste a little bit like spinach. They have a very similar consistency to spinach. This is an interesting plant. I don't think we've seen that before. Dogbane stems. Ah, yes. I believe we need a few of those. So, could just eat a chanterelle mushroom here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Dogbane stems, since there are a few of them. I don't remember what we needed them for, but I think we needed lots of them. Any more dogbane stems? Oh yeah, look at that, lots of them. That's good to know. So if ever we needed dogbane stems, where are we? Oh, in this area here. Ah. One of the backpacks, I think so too. Do you know, I really would love being able to craft myself, I don't know, a pen or something that would allow me to make a note here, because I'm not going to remember that really. But this is where dogbane stems are plentiful. Interesting. It'd be rude not to pick them all up. While we're here. Lots of dogbane stems. Ah, inventory full. Don't say that. Don't say that. I might just free up some inventory here. Because who knows when we're going to come by that much dogbane stuff again. That I think I'll just leave here. Stump moss, we have 7 at home. I don't think I need that. Oh, take a moment to appreciate the sunset out in the wilderness. That is nice. You can literally see the sun changing. I just bought a product like that. It's called Ultimate Sun, something like that. Ultimate, I forgot what it was called. Is when it was on sale, it was so good. It's on the Unreal Marketplace, and it lets you literally add a sky like that. You can change the clouds, you can change the time of day, and when you make it night, the stars come out. Pretty much like what happens here right now. You can just about make out the stars if you look closely in that seriously low bandwidth. But yes, it gets dark, the moon comes out, sky comes out, and during the day you can see the clouds, you can change the type of clouds, how they behave in the sky. Wonderful, wonderful product. Yeah, worth every penny, because I don't have a clue how to make a sky look like that, let alone animated. So that's the other thing, it is an animated sky. You have a full day and night cycle that just happens that way. I wish I could remember the author of that product. Ultimate Sun and Sky, something like that. Ultimate Sky, something like that. And now the fog comes out. Oh, that's just very cool. And of course the changes are so subtle. Very nice. I wonder if this is just a good place to put up our tent and just sleep and see what else is in this neighborhood. What do you think? Do we have time for another day? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. One more day. I guess. Bind to quick slot. There we go. Put that tent kind of over here. Good stuff. Good place to sleep. Spend the night. Which is, of course, we're not saving the game at this point. That's a little bit weird. So, bear comes and kills us now. We have to go back to the beginning of the last day. Good stuff. Tear the tent down. There we go. Handy box. See what else we can find further east. Compass. East is that way. Good stuff. We're good on the hunger front, so no immediate need to have some breakfast here. Even though we could probably treat ourselves to a button mushroom or two. Hey, are you chicory? No, yellow ash leaves. Fine. Chicory! The neighbor of the yellow ash leaf. Oh, goody. Any more yellow ash leaves? Or more chicory, more to the point. Yellow ash leaves, yes. Also mulberries. Nice cooking ingredient. Mulberries. Any more chicory? Are you chicory here? No. Ruby beet we'll leave in the ground for now. I suppose, so if I hold my compass, this is just something I've noticed about the game. If I hold my compass and I press the number 3 key to take my compass out again, I think the game doesn't currently toggle. It just goes and repeats the animation. So this is like another animation that just goes and I'll grab out the compass. And I suppose it should really toggle between me pulling it out and then toggling it. You can't just play the same animation backwards and then that would just be putting the compass back. There's a very nice little thing on the animation note that you can play the animation forwards, start it, or play it from wherever it is right now, like repeat it, or play it backwards. That's a really easy way to then go and repeat the effect that you just grab the animation back, rather than it just disappearing. And then this here, I would imagine, is probably done with physics, this while I walk that the hand shakes. That is something I'm watching a tutorial on right now. That might be interesting for all kinds of things that need to wobble in the game as you walk. Stick? Nah, no stick. Don't want no stick. We're here purely for the chicory. Can't even pick up the golden chanterelle anymore. Including hair, so that is the thing that I really want to make, is use one of Biscuit's hair products and add physics so that the hair essentially wafts and wiggles as the character moves around. That's a big challenge. There's a new thing that Unreal Engine have introduced. There's one that's kind of the classic, just add physics as you would do with any other thing that would move around, like a backpack or like what's it called here, the straps that fall down from a rucksack. Like on Fortnite, they do this all the time. When you move a character in Fortnite and you have some back bling, then there's always this wiggle motion. That's all done with physics. And you can apply the same to hair, but it always looks a little bit, well, you know, not fantastic. And there's a new thing that they've introduced in Unreal Engine 4.24, I believe. I forgot the name of it, but yes, that is another way in which you can apply hair physics to hair, or like some kind of other physics to hair that make it look a little bit more realistic. Oh, and this looks like the outer edge of the adventure. Yes, this looked familiar. I knew we had kind of come to this thing. Well, I'm thinking we can just go and procedurally explore this area down here. Let's go south then. Oops. Even maybe have a meal? Nah, let's not have a meal. Let's not have a meal yet. Let's go south. Like this way. Good point. Thank you for subscribing, Marky TV. Marky, very nice. Good to have you. Welcome to the stream if you're watching. If not, totally fine. Enjoy the channel and all there is to explore, which I wish YouTube would make it just a little bit easier for us. I wish they would I wish they would give us an option to segregate playlists a little bit better. I'm trying to find a way to have playlists displayed easier on other channels, or maybe even on my website. I might just do that. Do it on my website that way, just so that discoverability of a series of content is made a little bit easier. I suppose that whole system on YouTube was never really designed. I don't think when they made it, I don't think they had in mind that you'll have to have that at one point you'll have decades worth of content on various channels. So ideally, I think what I would like to see in YouTube is a feature in where you can make a proper sister channel and then move videos between channels. So like in my case, I didn't know how my channel was going to evolve in regards to content. So content grouping is very different. It's very difficult. So right now, if I make a new channel, I basically start with 0 subscribers, and my current subscribers don't necessarily know about the channel, about the new channel. And it'll be very difficult to tell them, hey, I've moved content X to another channel, just so that it's easier to discover the type of content that's there. So in my case, I could just create a new channel and move all my DAS videos to that particular channel. But what happens in reality is that they either completely disappear off my current channel, all the metadata disappears, and no one knows these videos exist, and the channel has 0 subscribers, and I have to start again with monetization. And you know, if you multiply that by 5 or 6 subject matters, that's just something I wouldn't want to do, really. And I can see YouTube's position there as well, that they say, well, we can't just let users move videos between channels, because that means ultimately some evildoer would go and sell that service and say, hey, move your video from your channel to my channel, which is already monetized, and then, you know, we share the revenue. And you go, yeah, no, that's not what we want to do. I understand that. But I still think that content should be tied to a creator rather than a channel. And currently there's no separation for YouTube between a creator and a channel. And I think with so much more content coming out, it just, I don't know, it would make my organizational life and my viewers' discoverability life a lot easier if we could have an easier way to segregate content and just group content together easier. So yeah, my number one priority item on a wish list for how to deal with YouTube. While I'm looking for chicory, of course. Unsuccessfully so. This is cool, we're still looking around here, that's nice. I might just go explore this bit, maybe even walk back this way. Yeah, we're actually walking in the right direction. For once, I'm walking in the direction that I had intended to. That's really nice. Yeah, ruby beet. Any more chicory? Anybody? Anywhere? I am getting a little bit hungry, so I might just go and treat myself to that home-cooked meal here, freeing up yet another inventory slot. Dogbane stems. I didn't know that you could only stack them up to 7 high. That's crazy. 3 chicory, that's good, but I think we need at least 4, don't we? Yeah, I think 4 chicory is what we need. Chicory. It's a good name too. Chicory. It's like hickory, but not quite. Okay, so south and then west again. South, indeed. While it's all getting dark and creepy. And then we'll spend one night out back in the open, and then we'll hike it back home and save the game there. And then we'll call it a day. But it would be nice if we'd find a little bit more chicory. I'm gonna go collect a few mushrooms here, and then I'll just have them for breakfast to top up my health in the morning. Not so much the dotty mushrooms here. They're more for the pot at home. Chicory? Anyone? Ah, watching another good sunset. What's over here? Oh, that's another yellow ash leaf. All right. Look at that group of little insects, butterflies or whatever. Very nice. So you'd have, the way to do this is you'd have, this is like a particle emitter. And you define this whole flying thing once, and then you say make 20 of them and group them around an area of about this size, and then you could put that in, like usually around a lamp or something. If you put that around a light source, then you have one blueprint actor that has literally one light source with the geometry of a lamp or whatever, and then you go and have these things flying around there. Very nice. I'm not at that point where I can make that happen, but as soon as I am, I will totally make a video about that and let you know how it works. And so we need to go a little bit north. Yes, indeed, this way. So my YouTube feed's completely fallen over now. I'm hoping you guys can still see me, because my thing is just completely died. Oh, there we go. No, I'm back now. Good to know. Yeah, I think it's never been as bad as today. Ooh, look at that, what we've happened across here. This is a great place to maybe put up the tent and sleep. And maybe even leave the tent here. Whoa. This is Goody Alley. Oh, yeah, me too. I had to refresh a few times. That's crazy. Look at the amount of steel pipes and all the rest of it. Oh, we must make a note of this. So that is right here at the bottom of that. That is nice to know. Ah, right here. This is where some goodies are to pick up, and this is where the dogbane stems are, if ever we needed to know that. So you really have to draw your own map, I think. Ah. Bottom right corner, goodies to be picked up. Tent doesn't want to be everywhere. I'm not actually that sleepy, it's just that the temperature is going down quite dramatically. And it looks very nice, doesn't it? I might just take a screenshot of that. F3, in case you're thinking of getting this game, F3 will make you a clean screenshot without the UI. Like that. And I wish there was a way to remove the UI while you're watching this in full motion. Ah, time for one more coffee, eh? Day 30. My goodness, who would have thought? So I think at this rate, actually, since there is so much more to explore, I'm thinking let's play another day tomorrow. Like tomorrow as in the real world, as in Monday. Because I think we need to come back here and tent's gone. A tent's got all the uses. You can only use a tent 3 times. I think this is it. We should come back here, pick up the rest of the goodies. I'm sure they haven't put any chicory in here, but look at that, ruby seeds and all that. Old rags. Is there anything we can just ditch, maybe? A dogbane stem, I mean, you know, do we really need 8? I might as well just go and discard this one. Yeah. Because I'm thinking the seeds might be very beneficial here. Ruby seeds, we just still have a lot of stuff that we need to collect from here. Old rags. See, we need more room. Yeah, that's kind of more inventory free here. Yeah, yeah. See, more bolts, all that good stuff. Turnip seeds. Oh, we could just plant more stuff at home. Our plants. Will they be okay without us having watered them for a while? I'm just getting concerned about the plants. Hope they're okay. None of that we can take with us. What a shame. But maybe another steel pipe. Just in case. That's a good name for a character, actually. Just in case. Certainly better than Seymour Butts. That one's old. Yes, we've looked at that already. Well, I say let's head home then. How far away from home are we? Oh, there we go. So maybe slightly further up north and then head home just to see what else is there. I think this is kind of a memorable place. We're probably going to find this again. Yeah, we have to head home. We have to head north anyway to either go this way or we make it that way. You know, could do that. Yeah, could do that. I might just go and head west then. Oh, just where we need to be. Hope I can make it home before nightfall. And God willing, pick up another. I think it's only one more chicory that we need. That would just be so good. And also I should eat some of the button mushrooms here. Yes, those ones. Eating that'll free up some more inventory. That'll be the emergency inventory slot. Oh, you just said that, Beard Goblin. No way. Excellent. Great minds think alike. Ah, I didn't see that quick enough. Come on. No yellow ash leaves. We want chicory. Wouldn't it be nice if chicory were to be just around here somewhere? Ooh, fungus. I might actually just do that. Like what you said. Go eat this. And then at least we have a bit more ruby beet. That's a good cooking ingredient. I still remember that I picked up quite a lot of chicory in the early parts of the game. I just can't remember what I did with them. I must have used it for something. Or for cooking. That is also very possible. Oh yeah, this is the part of the map now where we... Oh yeah, okay, good. We need to go further over here. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. More mulberries. It's kind of north from here now, isn't it? Whoops. Yeah, exactly. Ah, feet's gone again. YouTube, come on. Stay with us. As there's so many mulberries, I wonder if there's a secret stash of chicory somewhere. Chicory! Indeed, so this is ruby beet. That's amazing. That's very good. And there's chicory! Alright! Now that is amazing. We have 4 chicory now, don't we? I think chicory... Yeah, so it's something that I can cook. So I must have cooked them all and eaten them all. That is terrible. Cooked all the chicory. I had no idea it was valuable for, you know, crafting things. I wonder if those are the thistles that stick to everything, like Velcro, you know? It's not only healing, but can also be used for sewing. Yes, 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 now we know. I think it was 4. I think we needed 4. Which would be awesome. I mean, if I... Oop, come on. It's a little bit of lag of response here. I mean, if we find more, obviously I'll pick up more. But I think it was 4 that we needed. Foraging trip successful! Let's have the backpack! And then tomorrow we can hike it back to that other location that we just found. And pick up all the other goodies, like the other seeds and stuff. Yellow ash leaves. I'm hoping there's something... There's like a lot that requires so many yellow ash leaves. You know. Full chicory, anybody? Oh, that is a successful trip. I'm glad we made it happen. I'm glad we hung in there. Thank you guys for hanging in there too. Chicory? No. Kind of blends in as well with the yellow flowers everywhere. Maybe the rabbits like it. I bet the rabbits eat it. If it's got healing properties, who wouldn't eat it? There's a lot of cooking tomorrow, I can see that already. A lot of felling trees to get sticks, and then a lot of cooking to put all these ingredients into meals. That'll cut down on inventory. Yeah, I think the only thing I'm begrudging a little bit about even this early access version of the game is that it took quite a while for us to find the right ingredients to be able to craft the types on our house that we needed to really push the game forward. That was a little bit disheartening for me, I think. Because it was, so yeah, finding things like the, whatever it was, the steel wire or whatnot we needed for the crafting room. I think the crafting room should have been able to be unlocked a little bit easier, perhaps, so that you can then go and push the game forward a bit. Ah, hello! What's happening here? Not that we can pick any of this up, unless we ditch something else. Like the rags. I mean, we have one rag at home. Thank you. I'm glad you think so, Beard Goblin. It's been enjoyable for me as well. It's been when I've played Stardew Valley for 100 days straight in a row. It was a very enjoyable experience to have a kind of daily connection, have a daily little ritual to play a chill game and just talk shop with fellow 3D aficionados. There's the house. And I'm trying to bring that back, and it's sometimes all about finding the right game to do this. Next time, hopefully with better bandwidth. Maybe tomorrow everything is cool again. You never know. I'm sure they're aware of the issue. I'm sure they're working on it. There we go. We're home, we're home, we're home. Let's save it. Jeremy would say, save, save, save. Let's go do that. Before we do anything else. So, sewing room. Maybe that is something we can accomplish today. I have, of course, forgotten completely what we needed to make that backpack happen. I think we have everything up here. The willow backpack, there we go. We can do that, we can do that. Missing some old racks for this, but this one was, I think, better because it had 16 backpacks. We have it all! All we need is more sticks. Hoof fungus is out in the box. Sewing thread we already have. Sticks, that requires a few trees to be felled. But hey, that's okay. Let's make it happen tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging in there. It's been a pleasure. I'll be back with this game tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It would be a shame to leave the game behind. I think we have another couple of days in here in the game, and we'll see where it takes us. More outfits and see what else we can find in the world. Explore more of the map. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's about 3 p.m. in the UK, 4 p.m. in Europe, and about midnight in Australia, depending on where you are in Australia. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much for your donation, Beard Goblin. I really appreciate that. And yes, I'll make sure I'll put that link to the how you build your own what's it called here, the Dance to Unreal plugin. I'll put that on my YouTube community tab in a few moments. Have a good one, my guys. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.